Okay, so here we are. It is December 2024, and I finished this job back in April of 2024. April or May. I guess it's never really finished, though. This is an entity unto itself. It's a living, breathing thing that requires tweaking. So here we are. Forgive the construction zone look. I've got a few projects going on right now. So let's update what's going on right now. So it's winter time. It's cold outside. It was 28 degrees this morning. Tomorrow it's going to be 17 degrees. So right now I got the camera pointed at these upper windows. Now these windows are designed to vent in the summertime. And they do a pretty good job, kind of. I mean, it still needs, these fans really need to kick on to really get this room cold. In the summer, there's really not much going on in here. I mean, greenhouse, you really want everything outside, and it's designed for cold weather, so you could go year round. And there's some plants in here that seem to like it in here. Here's the problem. So those actuators, they're filled with a wax, and that wax expands, and at 70 degrees they start expanding, and there's nothing you could do. There's no setting. You can't turn those things down. At 70 degrees they start expanding. Once they start expanding, they start kicking the window out. So what was happening was, it's winter time, and it'll be 40 degrees outside, 45 degrees outside. However, inside the greenhouse, especially up near the roof, it is, well, I measured it, and it is right at the very top of the roof. It was 92 degrees today. It's about 85 right where the actuators are. And then down here in the middle of the room, there's a little thermometer over on that table. That table was reading, what was it, 70 degrees? So 65, 70 degrees, and it's 53 degrees outside. So anyway, what we're trying to do in the daytime is capture as much heat as we can in this room so that there's thermal mass. So like the floor, all these pavers can absorb some heat, and there's going to be more pots and plants and water, rain barrels in here collecting water or holding water just for thermal mass. The idea is that there's enough stuff in here that heats up in the day that it stays warm overnight, but it's impossible to do with these windows that keep opening when those actuators see 70 degrees. It just lets all the usable heat out of this room, so it's kind of driving me crazy. So what I've got going on right now is I've installed, here I'll zoom in a little bit. I don't know if you can see them. Yeah, you can see them. Little hook and eye latches. So I've taken my drill, and I've taken all 6 of the actuators offline, and all the windows are hook and latched shut right now. That way they don't leak any air. I also went through the whole greenhouse. I don't know if you can see it. Here, we'll zoom in again. See how I caulked everything? Every single little place where air might escape. I ran caulk. That was a pain in the butt. So I've got this room fairly, sealed in. I had to do some tweaking on the door with the weather stripping. I actually had to add another strip. Here, I'll show you this door. So across the top, on the left-hand side, I had to add more weather stripping. I had to add, because the door warped a little bit. It's wood, you know. I had to do weather stripping across here. So anyway, you know, we're in a pickle right now, and I'm just making an update video. I don't know which direction this is going. You know, right now, homeowner, she is heating this room with a space heater that's set for 50 degrees. I don't know what that costs. I'm going to bring a watt meter and plug it in, and at least we could, you know, I could get an idea how many watts that thing consumes. I don't know if that thing runs its balls off all night when it's cold or just goes off and on. I have no clue. This is a swimming pool heater. This is like a sun dome or something. And interesting concept. It's some coiled tubing underneath a dome, and there's a, I don't know if you could see it, but a silver parabolic dish on the bottom of this thing, and it's designed to reflect what sunlight does make it through. I don't know how much sunlight gets through, because I think that this black tubing, you know, takes up most of the sunlight, blocks it. But anyway, this is a pool heater, and you know, you're supposed to, on the bottom side, there's a connection for in and out for the water to flow. So one idea is we hang these things up there. I'm just not so sure about that plan. But we don't know. I mean, are we going to heat this thing with electric? Are we going to use a Chinese diesel heater with an afterburner? You know, are we using, you know, capturing heat from up there and storing it in water containers? Don't know, but hopefully we'll figure it out soon. So we're still, this is the first real winter that this greenhouse has seen in its growing pains, for sure. All right, well, there's the update for December 2024, and I'll do another update once I figure it out. Oh, one more thing before I let you go. This is something that we're battling, is now that I've taken all the armatures offline, I got to really pay attention to the temperature forecast, because you know, right now we're going through like a week of very, very cold weather, but if it gets like 70 degrees and sunny, it has the potential, and you know, you get those weird middle of December days, you know, we're here in the Midwest, where it'll just go from, you know, 17 to 70 degrees, you know, in a few days. But if it goes 70 degrees and sunny, it might get 110, 120 degrees in here easily. And, you know, unless these windows open. But right now I've got them all screwed shut or latched shut. So it's, the greenhouse as it sits is precarious, because we're just one sunny day away from everything in here just dying from heat. So I need to figure out what the plan is going forward in terms of not just heating it, but how are we going to, you know, vent it, you know, to keep that heat wave from killing everything. And obviously right now just having those armatures hooked up isn't working out. So an interesting problem. You viewers have any ideas, throw them out there. I need some ideas right now. All right, thank you.